Hello everyone, hope you all enjoyed that tribute to the Nordschleife, as that is where we are for today's video, driving Group 3 cars around 3 laps of this incredible circuit. Now everyone else in this race is on the hard tyres and planning to no-stop. We are on the soft compound, so we'll be ultra aggressive here. As you see, we've already made up a bunch of places at the first corner, so we will look at that again from the rear wing of our friend Ecatosh23, and you can see we are just so much later on the brakes than everyone else as they're struggling with their cold tires. So if you don't know about this track, it's a 170 corner, 25 kilometer high speed blast through the forest near the town of Nurburgring in the Eifel Mountains in Germany. And before this weekend, I hadn't done a lap of anger around this track since Gran Turismo 4 Prologue, and that was around 15 years ago, so it was a pretty steep learning curve as we just duck up the inside of Ecatosh there. I think he realized at the last moment that I am on the medium tires, so he decided not to try and fight the position. And we're now just going to speed it up there as we go for another move into the chicane. And so we're already up to 6th place after having started, I think it was in 12th. And we're just going to follow this WRX around as we come off the Grand Prix track onto the Nordschleife, and there we go, we pick up another position there up into 5th place, now following the, I think that's a Corvette just ahead of us, Corvette or Viper. So as the lap time here in these cars is over 8 minutes, instead of a lot of talking, I'm just going to play some music and I'll check back in a few times to keep you up to date with my progress through the race. So I'll catch you in a little bit. We're already up to 4th place and now being held up by this Mazda up ahead. This is a one-stop strategy, is a risk because there are long stretches of this track where you can't overtake, and right now we're being held up, so we're going to take the risk and go past the Mazda there on that straightaway. And now we are in the slipstream of this Nissan GTR just up ahead, and we're quite a way back, but we're going to send it up the inside. He sees us and leaves us room, so we have gotten up to 2nd place and can now go about chasing the leader, who's also in a Volkswagen Beetle, as we just go there through the carousel. Very tricky corner, very easy to mess up and lose control. So we've skipped ahead now to the 2nd lap. We're back on the GP circuit, and we have finally caught up to the leader, and we've dropped the group of cars behind us quite nicely by a few seconds. But keep in mind, we're not really battling these top 3 or 4 cars for the race when we are actually battling the likes of Ecatosh and White Wind down there from 6th to 8th place. And so as we come around to finish off the GP track section of this circuit, we are 8 tenths up on the fastest lap so far, and the Japanese driver there, the Beetle, he actually just realizes that we are on the soft tyre and lets us go through. So now it is our job to just use all the pace that we have in these medium tyres to try and pull away. Jumping ahead later in the lap, and we're at a very good pace, building the gap we need, already 10 seconds up on the fastest lap at this point. This is where the mediums can start to feel a bit sketchy, and so as we come up to approach this tricky left-hander, the tyres just don't bite into the track, and we drift wide enough that our rear wheel touches the grass, and we try and catch the slide, but it's such a narrow track it's impossible to avoid going off, and you see the Japanese driver fly past, and at this moment I was just cursing myself so much for making such a stupid mistake and ruining what had been such a perfect start of the race, first half of the race. And so you can see we lost about 3 seconds there, and I can only just wait and see now how that will affect me when I come out of the pits at the end of this lap.
Later.
We come out of the pits down in 15th and about 3 seconds behind this group of 5 or 6 cars up ahead. So now I'm just feeling miserable because without a mistake we'd be right with this pack, and on the fresher tyres able to make the important gains needed on the GP track section. But as it turns out, we'll need to do it the hard way on the green hell. So we'll skip ahead later in the lap, and the chase is on. Let's put our head down and go get them. So as we come down this straight, it's Ikotosh up ahead of us. He's saving fuel. I'm yelling at him to move over and give me the slip, but unfortunately we're not in party chat together, so he doesn't know about that, obviously. And so the Beetle up ahead, he gets the slipstream and is able to get up ahead of us. He's in 8th place, but he is not going to get the car slowed down in time, and he goes off there at the penultimate corner. So we come around this last left-hander. I over-rev it there in 3rd gear, so Ikotosh has the run on me to the line, but he is fuel saving, obviously, and we're going to cross over just in front of him to finish in 8th place. So after 400 turns, I don't know how many kilometers and 2 completely divergent strategies, we've ended up basically where we were at the start of the race, but this time just in front of Ikotosh. And 8th place was a great result from where we started, and a result I'm really happy with. So I hope you enjoyed that video. It was a very fun race for me, and I enjoyed employing this different strategy. So if you like the video, click like, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Peace out.